This looks like the spot tonight. Welcome back to the Geordie Wildcamper. We've got Stu with us again. Slightly different video, and that we're going to be talking about what's in the kit. A lot of people asking on Instagram and YouTube, what is it that you actually carry? That's what we're going to do today. So first things first, I'm going to get the tent set up, and then we can use that as a basis to talk about what's in here. Right, that's us all set up. Stu's set up. He's in the Lanshan 1 Plus, so the 2021 version, which I'll give you a look at, because one of the things I want to discuss is lightweight tents and what you can bring and what you can get for a good price. So this is the bag. It is a 3FULX pack, and I absolutely love it. It was bought second hand. I like to buy things second hand, so I'm reusing them, getting use out of them. So this is one of those. Paid a very good price for it, and it's been excellent so far. But water, nice and cheap, 2 bottles. That's enough. Took them over there. In the front pouch, I have a nice little seat pad. This is, let's have a look, Carry More, cheap and cheerful again, but weighs next to nothing, but good to insulate your butt. Waterproofs. So this is a Rab Firewall. It's fairly new. It's been in some quite harsh weather in the Lake Districts, and it's never wet out. I think with anything they do wet out, so just be prepared for that, but it served its purpose. And what I do is I keep gloves, hat and a buff in here as well, just so when I put it on, everything's there that I need. Waterproofs wouldn't be complete if you didn't have some waterproof pants. North Face, I have no idea what kind these are. The men's, that's what you need to know. But nice and big, got some zips down the side so you can get them over your pants and over your boots. Back to these pockets again. Tripod for filming. Take that out the weight. This is part of the stove kit that I have, which I'll talk about when I get to it. Catadine B-free water filter, 600ml. Absolutely brilliant thing that. I've got a Soya mini filter as well, but this the flow rate on this is absolutely phenomenal, and carry it around, fill it up, drink out of it, and then you don't have to touch any of your reserves. The reserves I usually keep for meals or cups of coffee or whatever, and I just drink this on the way. And that's it in there. In these side pockets I have this great little thing, little squidgy, and that's to dry off any condensation or anything like that on the tent, so I'll get dry. You can see it's pretty solid. Really cheap again. Just keep that in there all the time. This is when these come in handy. Just kneeling on them. Go, so you don't get wet knees. Stove kit, I'll show you this a bit closer later on, but all contained within there, apart from the fuel, which is methylated spirits. But that is Speedster stove. You've probably seen that in a couple of other videos, but I swear by that at the moment. I love it. It's a totally different experience using alcohol to using gas, one being the noise, but it's quite a methodology to set it up and sort it out, but I quite enjoy that aspect of it. Everything within the bag's contained with its own dry sacks if it needs to be. So for an overnighter, this is the food. I've got a meal in here within a warm pouch. So this is just insulated bubble wrap, and it's got the meal in there to keep it warm. I've got coffees and a couple extra snacks, along with some emergency water tablets, just in case. You never know. Next, electricals. Again, I'll go into detail and show you all of those as well when I start getting those out a bit later. But I put everything there: power banks, spare batteries for drones, AirPods, whatever. It's all in there, contained in that waterproof bag. Pillow. That should have been in my dry sack, but I forgot it. So be prepared and get it in there early. Stu's laughing. And then lastly, everything else that I use goes in this big dry bag, 70 litre to 100 litre Osprey bag, and this has got everything in from clothes to jacket. So that is my spare clothes for an overnighter. Literally all they are thermals in a pair of thermal socks. I don't bring any spare. I'll risk it for a biscuit. We're only about 10-15 minutes away from the car, so there's no need to bring spare clothes. If you're on a multi-day hike, I'd recommend bringing a spare pair, so you can just switch them out and you can need things to dry in your tent when you're going to sleep. We're only expected to get about 5 degrees tonight, so not massively low, but I like to be warm, so I have the Osprey Phantom, I'm going to say, but this has been a recent purchase during the winter and it's absolutely phenomenal. You know, you get the likes of Rabs and stuff like that. It's probably up there in terms of quality. I don't know how, in terms of longevity, I don't know how long it'll last. Maybe it's not as much as the other ones, but great bit of kit that keeps you nice and warm. Probably my favourite piece of kit is the Thermarest X-Therm. Literally, I don't care what season it is, I'm bringing this. This thing will guarantee that I'm warm off the floor. It's 450 grams. I don't mind carrying that to be warm. It means the layer that I've got on top doesn't have to be as warm. But again, all personal preference. What I do is I have that slid down at the back with a frameless pack, just to support it and give you a little bit more structure in the frameless packs. Uppbeat Hunker Bivy XL, nice bivy this. Great if you're planning on bivvying. Sometimes I use it if you're going to know it's going to probably get a little bit cool, and I've got a 3-season bag. I'll stick this inside and it adds a few extra layers. So an example of that was when I was out with Stu last week, or Friday gone. He got a little bit cold, he had his bivy bag with him, stuck that on, sorted him right out, kept all the warmth in. Now this here is a 3-season down quilt. I've had a few people asking what budget alternatives there are. Now this for me has been one of the best purchases I've made. This is off AliExpress and it's a Flames Creed large quilt. It's around about 600 grams, 700 grams, something like that. Good down to about 5 degrees. I've had it a bit lower and I've been fine with thermals on and things like that, but at about £70, I think this is an absolute bargain. So if you're looking for something quite lightweight, this is great. And lastly, I've got a DCF pack that I put on the front. That's got all electricals or bits that I want to grab straight off my chest. I've got a drone in there, keys, phones, snacks, whatever you want in there. So that's a quick rundown. What I'll do is, as I'm putting these bits in, or when I'm using them, I'll give you a bit of a closer look and talk a bit more about them. Guys, you've just seen a quick little rundown of the kit that I bring on an overnighter. That is a bit of a lightweight setup. As I say, it's about 5 degrees, so this is another alternative. You know, I think preference comes into everything that you choose when you come camping. So this is Stu's little setup here. I'll just spin you around. So you see Stu brings his A7 III. If you are not following him on Instagram, I don't know what you're doing, because you need to. He's got epic photos. It's Stu.Frenchy _ give him a look. You'll see I follow him if you need to have a look for there. But this is a 3F UL Lanshan 1 Plus. You've probably seen hundreds of these. Khaki colour, absolutely brilliant. Round about 700 grams, I think. You can see he's actually laid that out with a trekking pole to give himself a bit more headspace. But as we go in here, Stu's part of the party. Thermarest X-Therm. This is the Rab Mythic 400 lush bag. Got all his kit here, and that's the Osprey Levity 45. Nice looking pack that. I'll just give you a little look round. Nice little lightweight tent. Great setup. This is the first time Stu's going to be using this, so we'll see what it's like in the morning. I'll give you another little look around here. So this here is the DCF Duo Mid by Mountain Laurel Designs. Really like the guy lines, to be honest. I know that's a bit stupid, but I like the guy lines. The top itself is about 400, and I've got a 3F UL inner, very similar to Stu's, at around about 350 grams, I think. Little ground sheet, and then all my bits and bobs in there, which I'll take you through. But this is its setup. Alpkit Hunker Bivvy X-Therm, and then all my bits and bobs in the back there. I did contemplate just using this as a tarp tonight, but there's a little bit of a breeze, so, and I'm trying to get used to using the inner, so I thought may as well give it another go. I have got the Bob Graham round coming up next Friday, which will be a 3-parter, so I need to start using the kit a little bit more. This is only the 3rd night that I'm going to have in it, so fairly new. Let's see how we'll get on. So the light's starting to fade a little bit now, so we're just retiring just to get a brew on and a bit of food. But I'm just going to bring you back to this little bit of kit that I've got, which I showed you in the Loadout. This is the Speedster stove. I think it's called the Raider set, but you get the pot with it, the little penny stove, and the windshield and the wind guard at the bottom there. It literally just takes methanol. Get this from hardware stores, B&M, whatever, fairly cheap, and it lasts quite a while. Like I said before, it's a little bit different to gas stoves in that it does take a little bit longer, but there's less noise, it's a bit more therapeutic, you can relax and wait. So all I'm going to do is just wait for this to boil, and I'm going to get a brew on, and also the chicken curry pouch. So me and Stu are just getting settled now. Wind's totally dropped off. It's been such a pleasant night. We've had some food, had a coffee. Just going to have a little treat. So I've got a little treat here. It's a little bit of birthday cake. So I've been to a birthday party today. I'm going to have that. maybe it's a little bit, a few podcasts and just relax. But you know, it's important that you get all your kit squared away. And if you've got everything in the right place, it makes things a little bit easier when you're going to sleep. Or if something was to happen, an emergency case or bad weather, you know how to pack everything away, you know where everything is. Morning. Very, very peaceful night last night. Not too cool either. Very, very warm in the bag in the bivvy there. Stu says he really enjoyed his sleep in the Lanshan, so looks like that's getting an A-star review. His Rad Mythic bag obviously really warm as well. So just got a brew on the go, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I pack away. A lot of the questions that I get are, how do you pack your bag, how do you do all those things? It's personal preference, but I'll show you what I do. So whilst we do that, we've got a lovely little sunrise going on there. So we'll have a coffee, pack away, get our coffee on and watch the sun come up. First things first, the bag itself. I'll make sure I've got everything out that I need to in order to pack it away. So I'll just set my bag liner up inside. Push everything down. Very simply, I'll work my way through. So first, pillow. Squeeze all the air out of it. And I just use a stuffing method, so everything just squeezes down. The next out is the thermarest. The same method, squeeze every bit of air out of it. A little bit difficult trying to do it when I'm on camera, but I normally roll it. You can probably hear Stu's as well. And I see a lot of people, they roll theirs up and they put it into a little roll of thermarest. I'm slightly different. I fold mine flat because that gives me the arch support, the back support in the bag. That looks beautiful, by the way. The sunrise, seen it pop up. I've been treating something quite stunning actually this morning. Nice and flat again. As you can see, coffee's brewed, so I'm going to do that very quickly. Yeah, I was just rudely interrupted by that sunrise, which we had to take advantage of. So Stu's just sitting down there enjoying his brew. I'm going to get my stuff away. Like I said, thermarest in there, that's just providing a little bit of support in there. Next in, quilt. And I just stuff that in here alongside the thermarest. And that dry sat makes sure that everything in here is surprisingly dry. I'd say pack down probably takes 20 to 30 minutes depending on the weather. Obviously it's horrendous, it takes a little bit longer when it comes to the tent, but weather like this, it's fairly quick. Bivvy bag. You know, you see a lot of people who pack them away in satchels and everything like that. I don't like that, I just push everything down, maximising the space in the bag. Next is clothes. Same situation. Push it right down. Even if you've got kneel on it, all out. And then just seal the dry bag up. And you've got all the space for your other goodies. And only the Your waterproof pants will go on the top, but no need for those. It's about 10-15 minutes to course, so they're just getting put in. Similar situation with my jacket. I would normally put on the outside or just right on the top, but I know I'm not going to have a need for that right now because I'm just going straight home. Next few little bits. This is an alternative to a poo shovel for digging cat holes. It's a snow peg, but fairly lightweight and strong and robust. That just sits in there. Same with the tripod. Letterals, again, into the dry bag. And what I do is just layer that on top. Think of it like Lego bricks. And next, the food bag, which I do have a little bit of rubbish left, so I'll take that home as well. All in there. For this one I'm going to stick it on the outside because I know it's got a bit of rubbish in. I don't want it spilling or going everywhere. And I know straight away I just need to get rid of it. Water bottles. Then I've got my spongy to wipe down the tent, which I'll do after my coffee. Sunrise is absolutely magnificent. It's difficult to pack away when it's like this. You just really want to sit and enjoy your coffee and listen to the birds sing. But we got very, very lucky. You know, it was meant to be about 90% cloud coverage, and we've got a sunrise like this, so very special. Just going to get the tents away now, so I'll crack on with that. DCF doesn't absorb water as much as sil nylon, so better get it all off, or as much as you can. Right, that's me packed up, Stu's packed off. We have left no trace, obviously one of the guiding principles of wild camping, so it's been an absolute cracker. Great relax on a school night as well. So we're going to go back down to the car park, which is about 15 minutes away, but you know, take what you want from those tips. If you've seen how I've packed, you know, make your own ideas up and come up with your own ways. That's what it's about. But as usual, leave a like, leave a comment and subscribe. Until next time, peace out.